Okay, so episode 3 of the YouTube, we are doing an ATHX game special. Myself and Beth are going to be competing this weekend at the Birmingham 2024 event. We've just finished our last training session, haven't we?
Yes.
Bloody hard work, to be honest. We did the second event. We're going to run through like what the events actually are and the kind of how it all unfolds on the day in the next part of the video. But we just did the one where basically you've got to try and do 5k on a treadmill, 1k on a ski, 2k on a row, and 5k on a C2 bike, and you're just alternating between the ergs and the treadmill. And we set a 20-minute timer and thought we'd just go in with the intention of seeing where we end up, and it was probably below what we wanted, wasn't it?
Certain parts, yeah.
So
the run for me.
Probably not the confidence boost we needed at this point, but we still did well. We still did good.
We say that, but then between us, we ran 4.7 kilometres in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So if
it's not bad.
Oh no, it's actually very good. But I got a massive stitch. I didn't catch my breath after the ski. I actually did my 1,000 metre ski in less than the 4 minutes, so that's good at least. But then going on to the run, I couldn't get my breath and I got a massive stitch. So it's my weakest thing, and it's not given me a confidence boost at all.
So what we're going to do, that's our final training session today. We've now got Thursday, today's Wednesday, we've got Thursday and Friday just to chill. We're going to rest up, aren't we? Try and focus on good food, sleep. I think because we're not going to be training for 2 days, well, best part of 3 days from now, and we're just going to have a little bit more food to eat. I think that will do us the world of good with a bit of good sleep as well.
I had just had only a bagel today, so maybe that's, and then a Red Bull about, I know you say it's not, but about half an hour before I ran, and I think I won't be doing that on the day. No.
So yeah, what we'll do is we're going to check in next when we're on the way down to Birmingham. We're going to leave on Friday. We're taking the kids with us, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then
road trip.
We're kind of going to run through the preparation for the event, and then we'll try and give like some specific stuff about ATHX for anyone that's interested in doing it. And we'll go from there.
Oh god.
Here we go.
It's Friday. We are heading up to Birmingham now. We have our support squad. We've got Nanda, Sienna, and a sleepy little baby, and obviously Sean. We are about an hour away. We've had some traffic. We stopped to get some food. Quite heavy on the old carbs. Lots of energy for tomorrow. We are on at 9:30 tomorrow, and we're feeling good, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, I think we're ready. I think training's gone really well. I don't think it could have realistically gone much better for what we would have wanted, I think. This week's gone well. We're going to be getting there in a bit, and then we might check in at the hotel and then talk about what we're eating, if you're interested in that.
If you're still with us, we thank you very much. If you're not,
What's up?
That's me, the hot please. Thank you very much.
That's me, I think. Thank you.
Me. Who had the garlic bread? Sunny? It's a plain.
Who's got the garlic bread? How much garlic bread did you get?
Well, obviously we've got garlic bread, then they had a side instead.
Yeah. Is that what that is? Yeah, I don't know. I think that garlic bread might be yours. Did you get Monroe mac and cheese?
Huh? Plain chicken breast. Sienna's got mac and cheese.
Just one should be mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yes. Here. And then these two are chicken breast with those sides. I have butterfly chicken, curry salted chips, although I don't have very many, which is quite upsetting. And peas and garlic bread, Kardashian, fueling tomorrow, hopefully. Oh, and some halloumi. Halloumi. Huh?
Might be a bit hot. Is it hot or okay?
Spicy.
That's spicy.
That's a spicy garlic bread.
Can you give Sonny his garlic bread back, please? Nervous. I don't know if it's nerves. It's like adrenaline.
Yeah, we were watching something in the week and it was talking about, I think we've done enough work for him not to be nervous, and I think you reframe it, don't you, and say it's like your body getting ready for what you're about to do.
Like excited, but like just ready now. Like I am making myself eat this jam bagel to the point that I really don't want it, but I know that I need it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like I think it's just exciting.
I'm exactly the same. I think if I wouldn't eat now if I had the choice, but I know my blood sugar will go through the floor before it, and then I'll be like passing out. So I better eat now just to get going. We've got a couple of bagels on the go, haven't we? Just basic stuff, a bit of fruit. Yeah, we're just going quick and easy, aren't we? I'm not even going to go like any protein or anything this morning. Nothing that's going to really sit in my stomach for too long or keep me. Just quick sugars.
If I train at this time normally and I train to a reasonably, high intensity, I normally haven't eaten. So I don't want to go completely the other way where I'm like, God, I've got to eat, when it's completely unnatural for my body to train with a full stomach, whereas you would have a massive bowl of porridge and stuff.
Yeah.
For me, 99% of the time I'm fasted just because, I don't know, time of day, and I don't really enjoy breakfast that much.
I just don't feel like I could stomach what I would normally have today without having dire consequences on the other end.
I'm going to have a knocko in a bit.
We're going to caffeinate, but we're going to do that tactically early, aren't we?
Yeah, because
that's more like just a safety bet, because you're so used to having caffeine before you train, but I don't think that will actually serve much of a purpose, because we'll be so buzzing anyway, won't we?
I'm really toying with what to do, because the last 2 or 3 times where I've needed to run fast and for something, although Sean says it isn't linked, I'm just cautious that I've had a Red Bull like reasonably close and I've got the worst stitch. So I'm really cautious about either having it or when I have it, because I just, in that middle second event, I just don't want to get a stitch because it completely ruins it. So I am really toying with what to do, and I got a stitch the other day when I did it, and I can still feel a slight bit of the stitch there. So I'm like, I don't know if it's not going to do anything. I don't know whether. But then if I have it before the first event, it's probably will be all right. But I don't know what to do.
I think the main thing now is just keep chilled. Keep hydrated, relax, get into the venue, settle in, and then the hard work's been done. It's about trying to enjoy it, really, because we're not like world-class athletes. We are doing this to enjoy it, so we'll say that. we'll say that. We'll see how we get on, but I think it's just about not forgetting the reason why we entered it. Of course, we want to push ourselves hard. We want to compete against ourselves and against everyone else, and we know compete together. So we want to make sure we don't just get lost in it's like super high pressure or expectations. We know that we've done the work that we need to do, and what will happen today will be what was meant to happen today. Yeah. So if anything doesn't go to what we thought was the plan, that's just the way it was going to happen anyway.
Yeah, because we've done all the work to be able to do it to a high standard, so it's just like you say, what happens
on the day.
You just want to make sure you do everything you can though to not have stuff happen.
I don't want to risk it all again, but I don't want to be on my own. It always goes much better in my head, but the feelings end up wasted, so I'm sorry for breaking down when you said you got me. I'm used to being let down, but I if I'm falling too fast, you'll catch me. You'll catch me. So
Preparation time, I anticipate.
you might have to see I'm not falling. I promise that I'm facing my problems.
I'm fetching. I do like this one. We're just going to the arena. Feels a bit eerie, it's quite quiet at the moment, and there's the whole space isn't actually being used for the event, which is really interesting. I thought it would be, but No, that's cool. I think we just wanted to get our heads around the warm-up area to understand how much work we can do before we actually get into the first event. That looks pretty good. There's not really any cardio though, which is slightly worrying for the second event, because you don't want to go into that like running as hard as you can without any form of warm-up, like from that side of things. But it's fun. It's cool. How are we feeling?
I just want to get going.
It's ready
now.
to go, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
I've decided against the knocko. I had a coffee earlier and I've decided against the knocko, so hopefully it'll be alright.
Are there any parts that you guys are most anxious for, nervous for?
I think for me, I know my body. I'll know how my lifting is going to go from the warm-up. So the problem I've done is because I put numbers on it, I'm probably going to be disappointed now if I don't hit them. So I just need to remove that thought, see how the warm-up goes, and then get going from there. But as far as the actual events are concerned, for me, I think it's the final one. I think the first one, it'll be what it'll be. The second one, even though it's hard and fast, it's 20 odd minutes, 25 minutes. So you've got time to gather your thoughts, even though it's quite hectic at the same time. The final one is as intense as you can for 6 to 7.5 minutes sort of time frame, and that is relentless. And you can't drop a rep, you can't miss a beat, you've got to be on it. And I think that I just want to make sure I'm as sharp as possible for that to keep up.
I think for me the endurance is the one that but now we've put a strategy in place, I do feel better. But also I think it's like Sean said, removing the pressure, because at the moment we're like aiming for like 21 minutes. We actually have a 25-minute time cap, so we have a lot of time. So it's just the pressure on ourselves to do it in a certain amount of time, rather than we're not actually going to get it done. I think.
Oh yeah, we'll get it done 100%.
Yeah.
No, there's no two ways about that. It's just we've got high standards. We want to compete, but we'll see how we go. You never know how these things are all going to be when they're all bunched together. A little bit like high rocks, when you're like, I can run a 4 kilometre, I can do broad jumps, but putting it all together in a game day situation is a different matter, you know. So let's see how we get on. But looking forward to it, and yeah, not long to go now. Yeah, good. Just kind of getting in the zone now, getting ready to get into the first event. We're just going to try and get the sweet spot where we've got ourselves ready, but we haven't gassed ourselves out. So yeah, all good. very tough. That's probably one of the hardest things I've done. The treadmill it was saying like 340, 325 and stuff, like in between that. And then when Beth got on, there was only like just a kilometre done. It was quite weird, but I found that really tough.
No words, just so. When I got onto that bike, I knew he still had about 2.5k, so I knew there wasn't going to be much time that he could come and help me. So I was aiming for a 2-minute pace on the bike consistently, but I was around a 153, 154, and I held that well, he got on and there was 250 metres left, so 4,750 metres I held around there, so I'm really chuffed with that. My ski, I wanted to go a little bit slower, kind of a 420, but I was too fast and I physically couldn't slow down. I was like breathing fine, I wasn't out of breath at all. And I definitely didn't get on the treadmill like absolutely gassed like before, but I did get a stitch.
I think this is my nightmare coming up now, but I think that was one of the hardest things I've done. That was absolutely hideous.
How are we feeling for the last one?
I need to get my legs are concrete, so my biggest fear is that when I'm jumping over a box, I'm like, feels like concrete in my legs, but just got to suck it up. It's going to hopefully be sub 7 minutes is the target, so we'll see how we get on with that. We're just going to have to dig deep now and crack on, and just one more effort and then we're done for the day, so we may as well just get on with it.
and fly, go!
I was really pleasantly surprised with that. We flew through that like a knife through butter.
6:32 we got, and that's the fastest time ever.
Yeah, I think it's not bad. And I got no rep twice on a dumbbell snatch. And I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a pretty...
He's got a battle wound.
I absolutely flew over the box on one of the reps. I thought they were soft. They're actually quite tough.
That was wicked. I'm so proud of us.
I don't think we could have done anything more than that. That was flat out.
Smashed every single event more than what we could have hoped for.
Exceeded my expectations. I think I had like some demons and doubt coming into this, just with respect to like I've had very, very bad injury issues, particularly in my knee, for the last 18-24 months. So for me, like, Beth's incredible. She's like so fit, and like she is like having, I mean this in the politest way, you're like having a good standard bloke in your team when we're in the mixed event. But I feel proud of us both, but I feel like maybe a bit narcissistically quite proud of myself, because that isn't me doing this. And
that last bit is not him at all, whereas that's what I've done for years. I'm so proud of the lifting, because I hit a PB on my deadlift and I went for the higher amount on the overhead.
And when you can hear "come on daddy, come on mummy,"
yeah, when you can hear "come on mummy, come on daddy," it's like, let's put our heads down and dig deep. And I think if we're not, well, I don't know, because you got tomorrow as well, but if we're not in the top 3, I'd be quite surprised.
Fair play if anyone's, if that's not top 3, I'd be fair play.
Of us, it's been wicked. Well done.
Okay, so
be happy.
Wrap up for the event. It's been a really good day. Feeling pretty drained right now. Very proud. It's a really good event actually. I think it's different to High Rocks. It's obviously smaller, but it's really well organised. I think everything's done by time, so you know where you need to be. I like the mixture of it being a little bit of strength, obviously the killer cardio bit, and then the Metcon at the end. I mean, it was spot on, to be fair. It's really good. Really enjoyed it. I would not be unhappy if I never did that second event ever again. That was absolutely different level disgusting. I had some water stuck in my throat, and for 2.5K I thought I was going to throw up. So yeah, not ideal. What do you think of the day?
I thought it was really good, and I'm really proud of both of us. And I haven't really got much more. Yeah, it was hard, and yeah, there were times, I'd say my only bit where I was like, oh my god, this is hell, is the middle bit, but I always knew that was going to be. So overall, I'm really chuffed. And
we hit our numbers for the strength. You surpassed your deadlift, which is amazing. That's PB.
It was for everything, and the fact that we just got that Metcon time is like unreal. So I have absolutely zero negatives. If we had walked away being like, oh, that was pretty easy, you don't feel so like proud, like you've achieved something. So I always knew that middle bit was going to be savage, but the fact that we have done it how we've done it, and it's good to leave being like that was tough, otherwise what's the point in doing it?
And I think we both train fundamentally because we absolutely love it. We're so passionate about it, and this is just like the cherry on the cake. And my advice to anyone like that, there's so many people that are like, oh, I need to have an event to be motivated to train, or what's the point if I haven't got something to work towards? Be like, personally, I'd flip it on your head, like find something you love doing, get very, very good at it, and then when it comes to a point where you go, oh, do you know what, I could jump in a competition, you then have that layer above. Rather than it being the reason you're training, it just gives you direction and purpose. And I think that's why I think we will have done well today, but we'll wait and see, obviously. But I think that's the essence of it. It's not because 6 weeks ago we decided we were going to enter ATHX and train every day. Like, we've just upped things from there, so we'll see. It's been an amazing day. Really good to have everyone here supporting us and cheering us on. That made a massive difference.
Relax, eat. I literally have felt sick ever since this morning. I've eaten a bagel and that was awful. So eat, spend time with family. We're going back to Kieran's because we're near his house, so just chill, do some stretching. My lower back is pretty tight right now, but I just want to spend like a little bit here and just take in the atmosphere a bit more to like compose ourselves before we get straight back into being parents.
I reckon it's one of those where you'll get up for a wee in the middle of the night and be like, oh, I'm paralysed. Like, I'm going to be like absolutely different level battered from this. So yeah, looking forward to that. Nothing else to say. It's been good. Hopefully this...
We'll let you know how we get on.
Yeah, let's see.